Hey guys, this is Kama, welcome to the channel. Today I have for you guys Infinite AP Ghoul Build version, also a revamped version of the human one. Because the human one was made for playing with the address mark and ballistic weapons, so it didn't have science. Very important, these two buffs can really help you reach a higher amount of action points. Another thing that we discover is if a human player shares Thirst Quencher, you will get the benefit from it even though you're a ghoul. Keep this in mind if you have a fellow player, fellow teammate that has a human character. In the previous version, this setup was mainly focused on ballistic weapons and it worked great, but this new version is much more flexible because now it also works really well with energy weapons. So if you like using things like laser rifles, plasma weapons, or as I showed in the previous video, the laser carbine, this build is going to feel way better. This is the armor that I'm using. As for the human, it's the same one, except for the first perk. Of course, I'm not running a Yielding, I'm running a Lucid. Then for Rangers, 1 limit breaking, 5 active, 5 agility. Now let's go in Appalachia and I will show you how it works in real gameplay. The main idea is still the same. We want to keep our action points up as much as possible so we can stay in bats longer, keep shooting, keep moving, and keep chaining kills. But now the build is not locked only to ballistic damage. The most important part of this setup is of course Grim Reaper sprint and get the AP back when enemies die. So in normal world gameplay, when there are multiple enemies around, this build can feel almost infinite. For buffs, I usually take food and drinks that help me with both AP regeneration, critical damage, and max AP. So also agility, it's a boost to action points. So for normal enemies, you won't always need coffee. But for bosses, coffee is still very useful because bosses don't die fast enough to constantly trigger Grim Reaper sprint. So against bosses, you still want coffee, unless there are smaller enemies around. In that case, with Gun Fu perk, you can target the weaker enemies first, kill them quickly, and use Grim Reaper sprint to recharge your AP. Then you go back to damaging the boss. And that's where the build becomes really fun, because you are not just shooting, you are managing targets and using the battlefield to keep your AP alive. When there are multiple enemies, I can stay in bats for a longer time, because every kill gives me another chance to refill my action points. This is why the build feels so smooth for events, daily ops, expedition, and general farming. So here, for example, while fighting the Bigfoot, I was trying both Address Mark and Laser Carbine. Laser Carbine, of course, it has almost double the cost in action points, but at the same time the damage is slightly higher. On the armor, the human has unyielding, so that's a big advantage. The ghoul could use Nocturnal if you use Stealth Boys, but I didn't do this in this video, and I still got to about 800 action points. Let me know in the comments which weapon you prefer. If this helped you, leave a like, subscribe. This is Kama, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.